Hey, good evening, everyone. Hope you're all doing good. I thought I'd just check in, get some thoughts out there, and to cover what's happened over the last day or so with America stepping into the effort to take care of the Iran nuclear facilities and their nuclear program to get a nuclear weapon. Um, this is just a quick recap. They've been hoping that they could negotiate with Iran to actually stop their nuclear um, program or efforts to try and get to a nuclear weapon or the uranium rich enough to build those nuclear weapons. Okay, so let's just jump into it. I just want to just bring just some context. Just remember, this is what's currently happening. This little section over there, that's what Israel, that is Israel. From the whole of the Middle East, this is Iran. Okay. So what we can see is try and put that into perspective. Look at that landmass with 90 million people, the landmass with Israel with 10 million people. Okay, those people from Iran under that regime is wanting to take out that small piece with all those people with targeting civilian targets as well. That's just one of them if you have to see it. We don't show too much of it. But that's what they're trying to do. This clip will even see for how long has Iran been actually chanting this? What have they been saying? Okay, so they've been saying death to America and death to Israel. Okay, so America has now stepped in and it's in a joint operation with Israel. Okay, they called the operation Midnight Hammer, and let's take a listen on what that was.
A deception effort known only to an extremely small number of planners and key leaders here in Washington and in Tampa. The main strike package, comprised of 7 V-2 Spirit bombers, each with 2 crew members, proceeded quietly to the east with minimal communication. Throughout the 18-hour flight into the target area, the aircraft completed multiple in-flight refuelings. Once over land, the B-2s linked up with escort and support aircraft in a complex, tightly timed maneuver requiring exact synchronization across multiple platforms in a narrow piece of airspace, all done with minimal communications. This type of integration is exactly what our joint force does better than anyone else in the world. At approximately 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time last night, and just prior to the strike package entering Iran, a U.S. submarine in the Central Command Area of Responsibility launched more than 24 Tomahawk land attack cruise missiles against key surface infrastructure targets at Esfahan. As the Operation Midnight Hammer strike package entered Iranian airspace, the U.S. employed several deception tactics, including decoys, as the 4th and 5th generation aircraft pushed out in front of the strike package at high altitude and high speed, sweeping in front of the package for enemy fighters and surface-to-air missile threats. The strike package was supported by U.S. Strategic Command, U.S. Transportation Command, U.S. Cyber Command, U.S. Space Command, U.S. Space Force, and U.S. European Command. As the strike package approached Fordow and Natanz, the U.S. protection package employed high-speed suppression weapons to ensure safe passage of the strike package, with fighter assets employing preemptive suppressing fires against any potential Iranian surface-to-air threats. We are currently unaware of any shots fired at the U.S. strike package on the way in.
Okay, so that was the details. I just want to highlight what he said there at the end, that there was no, they're not aware of any attack from any air defenses that Iran actually had, and that's thanks to Israel and their efforts, which started 8 days ago, to take out the Iranian air defenses and a whole bunch of other stuff. So one of the main targets that they were after was the Fordow uranium enrichment plant, which is in the south of Iran. And the reason why they needed those B-2 bombers and all that heavy firepower was to actually get deep underground, because that's where they built that facility, deep underground, to actually take that out. Okay, so the strike was heavy. They got in, and as it gets further on into that, they said they got out as well.
Missiles being the last to strike at Esfahan to ensure we retain the element of surprise throughout the operation. Following weapons release, the Midnight Hammer strike package exited Iranian airspace, and the package began its return home. We are unaware of any shots fired at the package on the way out.
Okay, so that's the full update. They got in, they did what they needed, and then they got out. So the whole discussion now is what is going to happen next. Okay, the hope is that Iran is going to come to the table so that they can know what the world expects from them to get rid of their nuclear program, to get rid of anything that can actually get them close to being nuclear, because they are a regime, certainly, that will use that nuclear power to get what they want. They would definitely target Israel, and then after Israel, the Western world would be there as well. They've got ballistic missiles that they've been working on with long range, but the further they work on those, they could have a long range. They can actually get into mainland Europe, and then they could get across the sea into America as well. So I just want to say that from me personally, just to thank America for actually getting involved there, because Iran, with the current regime, needs to be stopped. That ideology, the Islamic ideology that is behind all of this, needs to be stopped. It's a death cult. We saw it on October 7th, 2023, when they attacked Israel. Civilians, they murdered, butchered, raped, and took hostages, and it was all backed by Iran, all backed by an ideology that Islam needs to advance forward, needs to take out Israel, what it stands for, with all its belief systems. That's the clear target, and then from there into the West. Okay, the West is certainly part of what their plan is, and we've got. I saw as well that the UK Keir Starmer has also said, if anything has to, yes, here it is, that if America, or if there's any attack on any American assets, okay, Then the UK is going to step in because the US is part of NATO as well. So yeah, we just want to recognize what actually happened there. We just want to thank America for everything they've done. We want to thank obviously Israel for everything that they're doing, everything that they're sacrificing, the military operations that they're running, the people that they're putting on the ground, the boots on the ground that are there. They're sacrificing their soldiers as well, and we just want to thank them. And I just want to bring it back to what scripture is as well, because part of this channel is we'll get into the scripture side of it as well. But it clearly states in Genesis, I want to refer back to Genesis, okay, where God, when he made a promise to Abraham, this is what he actually said in Genesis 12. I'll start in verses 2. It says, I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. So that is speaking to Abraham, which he is the father that became the Jewish nation. He was the first from the Jewish nation. He was the first one to recognize that there is only one God. Okay? And then from there, this is what God actually said and spoke out. And then it actually goes on to say, I will bless those who bless you, and curse the one who curses you, and all the families of the earth shall bless themselves by you. So that is a clear promise, and America knows this. We look in how America was formed. It's on some values that actually come from the biblical side, but that's for another talk. Don't want to get into there. We just want to recognize that they recognize that those that are friends with Israel, who blesses Israel, to protect them, to secure them. There's other scriptures in Psalms, like Psalms 122, that also just says that we need to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. We need to work for the peace of Jerusalem. We need to bless the people from Israel. And America knows this. So as they reaching out and being friends and I'm standing with Israel, certainly God recognizes and will stand with America as well. So we just want to say thank you, America. Thank you, Israel, for everything that you do. May God bless you. May God keep you. And may his face shine upon you. And may there be a good victory. May there be a victory coming soon. May the Iranian people be freed from the death cult regime that is holding them captive. And may the world become a safer and better place for all humankind, for all mankind, and take out this evil that is holding us all captive. So have a good evening. We'll check in again soon. And just remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we'll chat to you soon. Later.